Welcome to We're Open. I'm Pat O'Melia, and We're Open is a new show where we celebrate the reopening of businesses here in New Jersey from the COVID-19 executive orders from Governor Murphy. And we're starting to get some movement now. The testing has gone way down. We're getting past the curve. We flattened it of COVID-19. So it is time to get the state back open, get the jobs going, get people back to work. Today what we're going to be discussing is on the 15th, outdoor dining and indoor retail will come back. There's some strings attached to that, but we'll go through that. And the idea of what we want to do with We're Open is celebrate these stores opening. If you can film your business, send us the footage. We'll clean it up. We'll do the editing on it. We'll add the graphics, text, your website, everything about your business. Take your smartphone, start with the exterior, the personnel, take me inside the business, show me your inventory, show me the kitchen, show me food, whatever you're selling, with attention to COVID-19 precautions you're taking. We're going to go over some of that in today's show. We're going to go back and look at some of the precautions for indoor dining, because you're going to be allowed to start outdoor dining on the 15th of June. So while you're setting up for that, you may as well be setting up for indoor dining, because that's coming also. And we're going to talk about retail. But what's really important is your business. Like I said, if you could film, get in touch with us at the Hudson Media mailbox. We'll explain what we need from your film. You send it. Don't worry about being professional. We'll clean it up. We'll do all the adding and graphics to it. We'll use it as a commercial. We'll interview you remotely, and then we'll send you back the completed piece for your own social media. For right now, we're going to break the commercial. You're watching We're Open. We'll be right back. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design studio and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights. Your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments. Carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants. All major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712. The Jersey City Medical Center. You know it for its award-winning, life-saving ambulance service. It's also your health hub, with health and wellness locations staffed with certified professionals all through Hudson County. The Jersey City Medical Center, here to help you with your healthy, here when you need us the most. The Jersey City Medical Center. Visit us on the net to learn more. Jersey City Medical Center, Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health Facility. Let's be healthy together. We're back. You're watching We're Open. I'm Pat O'Melia. We're Open is all about celebrating your business. For that matter, we were talking about you sending us footage. I think this Friday we're going to be out in North Bergen filming some businesses, and following next week we're also again in North Bergen filming hair salons and barbershops. They're also opening, but on the 22nd, that's a show next week. Next Thursday show we'll do the barbershop. Now Governor Murphy has said on the 15th we'll start the next phase of reopening New Jersey, and that will include outdoor dining. So when you're doing your outdoor dining setup, start concentrating on indoor dining too, because that's the next phase. So as you're investing money, you want to invest money that you can reuse again. If you're going to do anything outdoors, find another repurpose for whatever you're using outdoors when you can start having indoor dining again. Right now, the restaurants, as you well know, you're in the restaurant business, you can do takeout and delivery. They're going to go with outdoor dining. You see a picture here. Now, if you're in Jersey City, Mayor Fulop there is streamlining the process to get an outdoor dining permit. So immediately, as soon as you're watching the show, go right to the city's website, cityofjerseycity.gov, and fill out the paperwork. It is super easy. Mayor Fulop is expanding the pedestrian plaza in Newark Avenue. He understands the restaurant business needs seating. He's doing all he can to help there. Now, the outdoor dining will begin on the 15th. So what you want to do, as you're returning your employees now, you want to make sure they're all tested before they return to work. Make sure they get the testing for the COVID-19 and the antibodies. Again, if you're in Jersey City, Mayor Fulop will do that free of charge from you. Mayor Sacco in North Bergen is testing all North Bergen residents. If you're a North Bergen business, you probably have North Bergen residents working for you. So you get that done free. Make sure you have sanitizers available. As soon as the people can come in, have sanitizers. Murphy figures table distancing will be 6 to 8 feet. So we want to make sure you have tables set up. Now, we're going to go into this a little more. We're going to go with retail first, and we'll finish the show with the dining. I'm just going over what he has said in yesterday's meeting. So you want to make sure you're preparing for this now. You don't want to wait for the 15th and start acting on this. So what you're going to figure, you got to, and he said you have to take the temperatures of the customers. And this will probably be the same thing with retail. We certainly don't want another rebound of COVID. Employees are going to have to wear masks and gloves for the outdoor dining. So according to Governor Murphy here, you're going to have that. Again, in the city of Jersey City, Mayor Fulop will give you the mask, gloves, and sanitizer. If you can, get folding tables. Get folding chairs. Anything you can clean and sanitize quickly. It'll benefit you in the long run. And like I said, as you begin, there's some folding tables, chairs, simple stuff. Stuff that you can use again later on. But this is everything that came out of his announcements yesterday. And like I said, as you begin setting up for outdoor dining, start preparing for the indoor dining. We'll go over those checkpoints later in the show. Now, retail dining is going to also start. Retail businesses are also going to start. So there's precautions you're going to have to take. Now, some of the businesses were open if you serve food or you had juvenile supplies. A lot of the businesses in the SIDs on the major streets like Central Avenue, Newark Avenue, they were closed because they didn't serve food or have juvenile business. You're going to get to open. Right now you can do curbside. People are going to be allowed to come into your business. So before, and we don't have a lot of guidelines on this. And one of the things I'm doing is I'm coming up with these guidelines for the various businesses. I'm not in the restaurant business or the bar business or department stores. I go to the other states that have reopened and find out what they're doing. Believe me, someone in Trenton is looking at what Connecticut's doing and seeing how they're reopening. Somebody's looking at what Florida's doing on what steps they took to reopen. So instead of guessing and waiting, wouldn't hurt to go online and see what the other states are doing. That's what I did. And when we come back, we're going to go over all these retail. And there's a lot of steps here. And the trick is, as you prepare, again, we don't have a lot of guidelines yet. Right now, all we know is the occupancy of your retail store will probably be 50% of your CO, your certificate of occupancy. And if that's the case, you're going to have to maximize that 50%. Now, again, I went to all the other states to see how they're doing that, and I'm going to present that to you. Again, as you are taking these steps, film it and send it to us at our Hudson Media mailbox, and I'll create it into a commercial, and we'll promote your business. Right now, we're going to break the commercial. We'll be right back.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers the quality of life you deserve in 10 high-rise rental towers with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path subway, light rail and ferry service, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Sears, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams Supermarket is just outside your front door. A health and fitness club, spa, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. NewportNJ.com. Enjoy the New York skyline from Newport Town Square. Manhattan is just one path stop away or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Want to visit Newport? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. Go to newportng.com for details. Newport has luxurious towers, great restaurants, shopping, New York skyline views, schools, playgrounds, a marina and yacht club, gym, spa, fine wine, fine living. It's incredible. It's you. newportnj.com. Newport, live like you want.
Good Friend Self Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self Storage. Let us be your good friend.
We're back. You're watching the City Shows. We're open. I'm Pat O'Melia. Now we're going to work on retail. On the 15th, you'll be allowed to have indoor retail again. Like I say, as you know, if you are open, you're allowed to have curbside right now. They're going to ease that up a bit. What we are hearing, and from what came out of Murphy, is 50%, it looks like, of your CO. So you're not going to be able to just open the doors and everybody comes in. So what you want to do is start taking the steps now to maximize your CO of 50% now. That's what you're going to have, and you figure you're going to probably live with that for at least a month. First and foremost, have sanitizer at the door. As the customers come in, let them sanitize their hands. That's super important. Second, have a mask enforcer. Somebody's got to make sure these people are wearing the mask indoors. That's the law here, executive order in New Jersey. And so far, since we are doing such a great job in flattening that curve with COVID-19, I think we're leading the nation now in testing. It's working. Wear the mask. I'm not big on wearing the mask outdoors, but indoors, make sure somebody is there reminding people to wear their mask. Have somebody at the door with a clicker. You only allow 50% of your CO. Have somebody, if you go to ShopRite, you'll see ShopRite have somebody sitting there who's counting their heads going in and out. Now, the ShopRite has a CO for like 1,200 people, so you're in there allowed to have 600. That's still a pretty big crowd of people at 600. You probably don't have a CO that big. Have somebody out there that's keeping count. You don't want to get caught and fined. That's the last thing you need. Make sure all your employees are wearing the mask and the gloves. Now, particularly the mask. Again, the mask enforcer. Somebody's got, not only for customers, for your own personnel. Now, Mayor Fulop, again in Jersey City, will test your returning employees. It is wise to make sure your employees are tested for COVID-19 and the antibodies, so there's no issue. Somewhere along the line, there's going to be liabilities involved. For that matter, I just seen a story in the New York Post recently where a nurse is suing the hospital she worked in because she caught the COVID-19 and gave it to her family. There are liabilities involved. So you want to make sure your returning employees get them tested. Again, in Jersey City, Mayor Fulop will do that free of charge. And he also will give you the gloves and the sanitizer and the mask. Again, in North Bergen, Nicholas Sacco was testing all the residents for free. And I'm sure if you have a North Bergen business, you got a lot of North Bergen residents working there. Organize your inventory. The idea is you got only 50% of your CO. You've got to move customers in and out of that store. So don't make it a mission to find something. Organize the inventory. Maybe you want to, get some of that stuff that doesn't move out in the back into storage. Organize it so people get in and out of your store. When you're at 50% of your CO, you've got to move those customers in and out. Maximize, what I was just talking about, maximize customer flow. You've got to get the customers in and out. And what does that? Signage, signage, signage. Don't let them be wondering where they have to go. Have signage up there where the checkout is. Have signage where, if you're selling shoes, where the shoes are. If you're selling chairs, where the chairs are. Have signage there so that people are moving. You don't want wasted space. You don't want people just standing there because you got to get people in and out. You only have 50% of your CO. Signage, signage, signage. Clearly mark all the pricing. on your items. Don't have somebody having to roam around the store to find out what something is. Have it clearly marked. Again, signage, signage, signage. You've got to get people in and out of your store as quickly as possible. Expand your checkout area. If you're one of those stores with 1 or 2 registers, expand it. If you can go with the mobile, expand your checkout area. Again, the faster you get the people in, the faster they get out. You can bring another customer in. Expand, for that matter, have a bagger working at the counter. Let the cashier check them out, have somebody bagging it. You have to maximize the flow of your customers in and out of that store for you to make a buck. You're only at, again, 50% of your CO. Customer flow is super important on this. Self-checkout. That, if you can get that set up. Now remember, you don't want to spend a ton of money right now as you start preparing. Do what's obvious and do what you can afford, and something that's going to be useful as you go forward. Something you can still use when you're back at 100% of the CO. Don't drop heavy bucks on something you may not need. Stay with what you need, stay with what is obvious for that matter. We're going to stay right here and break for commercial. We'll be right back.
Pan & Pinto Properties, Jersey City. Shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces that address your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panandpintoproperties.com. Pan & Pinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
Most women who give birth recover without problems, but any woman can have complications after the birth of a baby. Learn the post-birth warning signs such as fever, headache, chest pain, shortness of breath, increased bleeding, or thoughts of hurting yourself or someone else. Knowing these can save your life or the life of someone that you love. Trust your instincts. If you feel something is wrong, call and get evaluated by your healthcare provider. If your symptoms get worse or you do not hear back from your physician, call 911 or go to the nearest emergency room.
RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
We're back. You're watching the City Shows. We're open. A special we're doing. I think we're going to go for about 8 weeks in this. We'll go longer if necessary. The whole idea of this show is to promote your business. I cannot emphasize this enough. You know your business better than I. We can come and film, but I only have so much personnel to go out to the state of New Jersey is pretty big. Even though I'm concentrating on Hudson County and Ocean County, there's a lot of filming, and I only have so much personnel. If you can film your business, tell the story of your business with your smartphone, your iPhone, what have you, the exterior, the personnel. Take me inside. Not only taking me, you're taking your customers, reminding them to come back, and possibly getting new ones. Tell the story. Show me the food. Show me the couch. Show me the clothes. Show me whatever you're selling. Emphasis on COVID-19 precaution. The marks in the floor. What tables you took out of service by shrink wrapping them. Whatever you can do to mitigate the COVID-19, that's going to make people feel comfortable. And if they're comfortable in your business, they're going to patronize your business. Film it. Send us the footage. Don't worry about being a camera person. We'll clean it up. We'll make it look good. We'll add all the graphics, the bells and whistles, your website and all. And we'll use it as a commercial on our show. We'll use it as what we call B-roll. When we're interviewing you remotely, you'll see that footage. And then we'll send it back to you for your own social media posting. You can't beat that. And it's all free of charge. Getting back to retail. Self-checkout, as I left off there. Self-checkout is super important. If you can move people along without your employees interacting with them, bingo, big bonus. That's a win-win, as we would call it, win-win. So if you get self-checkout, and that's becoming the standard now with the future, even before COVID-19. You're seeing it at Home Depot. You're seeing it at ShopRite. If you can do self-checkout, do it. Now again, you don't want to drop a lot of money in something you may not use. So whatever you're spending on now for your limited opening, make sure you can use it when you're back at full opening, when you're at 100% of your CO. Maximize your store hours. If you're one of those stores that opened at 10 o'clock, open at 8 o'clock. Put it in the windows. We're open from 8 to 8 or 8 to 9, whatever the hours are going to be. Maximize. Whatever you're allowed to open, maximize those hours. Again, you want to get customers in your store. You want to move them through your store. You're only operating at 50% of your occupancy. So you can max up your hours. Customer flow, that's going to be the word. Customer flow. Get them in and out. Make sure your aisles are clear. Signage, signage, signage is so important. You want to maximize movement of the customers. Air. Now, most of the business, your department stores, most of the businesses now all have central air. You don't see big wall units outside the windows there. Central air will move the air. That's important to move the air inside the retail business. If you got a front door and a rear door, open them. If you can put those big fans that suck air through, do that. The more air movement, the more you bring the outside air in, the better it will be. Every precaution you take, make sure it's marked. Make sure people see it. Put the lines in the floor, the 6 foot distance. That makes your customers feel comfortable. They feel safe. They'll patronize your store. You want to keep your employees safe. You don't need any trouble down the road. But again, don't drop heavy money on something you won't use when you're at 100%. Whatever you're going to invest in, make sure you can use it at 100%. Let's go back to restaurants. Restaurants, you're going to have a limited opening on the 15th. And we went over some of the things what Murphy's talking about. 6 foot distance on the outside. Make sure you have that sanitizer on the table. One of our previous shows, we talked about indoor dining and outdoor dining and what steps you can take. Because, again, you don't want to wait for the thumbs up. You want to be prepared when you can go. So right now, I'm going to go over, we did the show about 2-3 weeks ago, some of the things you can do now if you're in the restaurant field. Environment. Air exchanges. Again, if you got central air conditioning, you're in good shape. Any airflow you can max out, the better you're going to be. The more outdoor air you can get into the indoor area, the better off you are. Get your HVAC ductwork checked, heating, air conditioning, ventilation. Get it checked. Make sure you can move air. Stock up on the mask and the gloves and the sanitizer. Right now, it's pretty much available. My studios, we got big bottles of the sanitizer now. We got the mask here. You can get it. Stock up now. Again, if you're in Jersey City, Mayor Fulop will give you that free of charge. The electric thermometer. Murphy's saying you got to check your customers, even with outdoor dining. So have it handy, again, so you can check your own employees. And if you got to check the customers, you just go up by the forehead. It gives you a reading. And if it goes into the red, you probably want to tell our people, maybe tomorrow, come back. But we're going to break the commercial, and we'll continue on with the restaurant steps. You're watching the We're Open show. I'll be right back.
Rama Jewelers, located in the Lyndhurst Shopping Center at 413 Valley Brook Avenue, Lyndhurst. Come for all your jeweler needs at Rama Jewelers, where you will find a fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and bracelets. Choose from one of our complete sets, our many signature items, or find the perfect engagement ring. Come on down. That's Rama Jewelers at 413 Valley Brook Ave, Lyndhurst. Call 201-939-5784 or visit us online today.
You know those times when you need to see the doctor, but you just can't get to the doctor? So where do you go? Go to the App Store, download the Telemed app from RWJ Barnabas Health, and you see the doctor right away. From any mobile device, whenever you want, wherever you are.
Quality care, no appointment necessary. The doctor is online when you download the Telemed app.
Don't you feel better already?
RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
We're back. Pat O'Melia, City Shows We're Open. We're talking about precautions and steps to take for outdoor dining and your eventual indoor dining. When you get the thumbs up for indoor dining, guarantee you're at 50%. The electric thermometer, check your employees. Make sure your employees are tested for COVID and antibodies. That'll help you in the long run. And the mayor of Jersey City will do it for you free. Again, you got to try to utilize all the space you can. You're going to be limited outdoor-wise and indoor-wise. We learned anything from John Tapper over the years from Bar Rescue. Utilize all your space. You're probably looking at 50% in the beginning. If you're a bar, when you get the okay to go, you got to have 6 foot. You want to put like these cones. We used it on the original show. Want to put that cone bar up? You can get these, again, these are traffic cones. You can use them for anything. Also, what you can do, you can shrink wrap like 3 bar stools, and that's a dead area. There's your social distancing, bar stool, shrink wrap 3 bar stools, and when you're ready to come back for 100% occupancy, you cut it. Same thing with your dining tables on indoors. Shrink wrap them. Shrink wrap the chairs and the table together. People walk in, they see it done, and when you can go to full occupancy, whoop, take the scissors, cut the plastic off, and you're back in business. You're going to have the distancing between the tables. So you got 6 to 8 feet. Dining table, just shrink wrap a table, easy. Sanitizing crew. If you're a good-sized restaurant, 50%. Say you got 60 tables at 30. Have somebody who does the sanitizing. Whoever's clearing the table, sanitize the table. Same thing with the restrooms. Have the sanitizing stuff outside so people can see it. Again, sanitizes at the front of your door, sanitizes almost at any door. Sanitize the kitchen. You got to make sure you're doing all that. TableReady.com, wait list. It's free to use. You download it. It'll notify your customer who's coming in to dine or even outdoor dining. So they could be walking around Central Avenue, Newark Avenue, or wherever downtown on Washington Street. They'll get a text saying your table is ready. They walk over. I'm here. Sit them down. You can't have them waiting anywhere, so you may as well use this again. That's tablesready.com/waitlist. The more your customers see the precautions you're taking, the better off you're going to be. The more they'll feel comfortable, the more they'll patronize your business. And again, you want to make sure the customers are safe. You want to make sure your employees are safe. And in Jersey City, you can't make it any easier. Fuller's willing to do the testing and give you all the gloves and sanitizer you need for all your customers. So Mayor Fulop is doing you a big solid. Some of the other business opportunities you have, gyms in Bricktown and Hoboken are allowed to open, but they have to hold their exercises outside. So they can move whatever equipment is outside. I know in Hoboken, right off of Zerba Highway, there's a gym. You see the people running around the big red brownstone, red brick building. They'll bring the equipment out into the parking lots. They can start doing the routines and the training, but it has to be outdoors from now. I can see around the 22nd or maybe July 1st that the gyms will get the okay to open. If some people weren't trying to force the issue, maybe they would have been considered earlier, but you're probably looking at the end of June, the beginning of July. Seaside Heights, if you want to come down and enjoy the boardwalk, limited, only you want to buy something, it's got to be out on the rack on the boardwalk. Takeout, food, you can get your pizza, everything's closed, the rides are still closed. I would not be surprised by the weekend if we hear something about allowing the outdoor rides to open. That's possible. If you're looking to rent, to come down to Seaside Heights for a weekend, an overnight, or a week, the hotel and motels can only rent 25% of their units. So if you got a motel that has 40 units, they can only rent 10. So spacing would be limited. Seaside Heights is still limiting the parking, but there is a ton of parking in Seaside Heights. Like I said, when all these precautions we're talking about here and guides for your businesses, don't drop heavy money on anything unless Governor Murphy comes out and says, you've got to have this. You've got to have some UV lighting that knocks out the COVID. And UV lighting isn't that expensive, but you don't need to lay it out until you're told. But everything else we talked about, that you can lay out. It's not big money, and it's something you can use when you go back to full CO. I'm Pat O'Melia. You're watching the We're Open show. Good luck.